Hey, hi, Glenn here at the workshop at the Gardens. Thanks for joining me here in the workshop. Okay, that was pretty cool, but let's show you what it is. All right, it is called the Clip and Trim from Granberg, and I wish I would have found this a long time ago because it is pretty amazing. All right, not much to unbox here. This is what it looks like when it comes there. And then our little package of a tip kind of protector, the nut and bolt to hold it onto the bar, and then two little sliding little pieces that go in here that kind of go in past the bolt. First things that we have to do is, even though I'm using a little top over, a little 192 little steel top over chainsaw 12-inch bar, they make these in a couple different sizes right there. They say 12, 16, 14, 16, and 20-inch. So if you're doing like a big cotoneaster hedge or something like that, I'm sure it'd work great. I'm mainly using it for doing rejuvenating pruning on small little shrubs, spireas, potentilla, dravilla, plants like that. So installing it is fairly easy. It will just get bolted on like this. And what I do have, I'm going to open this up for us. This little tip gets in there and he gets put on, kind of helps right in there. What I do know is I need to add another hole here. We have the clip and trim all installed now. I made one little misstatement about that piece being actually the tip protector. The way it is set up is it's long enough to be longer than the bar itself, so you don't have to worry about that tip protector. But what that actually does when it gets installed in there, in on the hole that's already there, it provides just enough spacing, hopefully you can see just enough spacing to let that chain slide by and go in there. Concept is very, very simple. It has a pointed tip right here, and that's going to allow it to like go into the shrub itself. But what it ends up with is it has this flat piece right here. So if you've ever used a chainsaw to do a hedge or get something, sometimes when you get those little branches or something, it grabs, it sticks, it goes in, it gets clogged here, and it's like, argh! This, very cool, prevents it from all bunching up. So while you can get a whole bunch of little individual branches in there, what it's going to do is it's going to get here, it's going to cut, and it'll fall away. So you should be able to just clean it all up. All right. Really, can you tell I'm excited about this? I only have about 100 spireas to do rejuvenating pruning on, so this is going to save me a lot of time. All right, I'm going to fuel up and we're going to go cut a few more spireas and we'll talk about it out there. Okay, so those first two that you saw at the very beginning of the video, those were my first two cuts ever. Pretty exciting. We got it all attached. Now I'm going to get in there. I'm going to do about, I don't even know how many. We're going to do a bunch of spirea, try to figure it out a little bit, then we'll come back and give you a little idea of what I think about it. Here we go. Always got to get the ear protection in. So I went and did one little adjustment. The bar was sliding, or the clipping was sliding off a little bit. I added a flat washer and a lock washer right there and cranked this down a little bit more. Notice that it was just slipping a little bit and moving, so now she's not going to move at all on there. Looking good. Let's go cut some more. Well, that was actually kind of fun. Some of those spireas were pretty big, and they were big because I was dreading having to do this pruning, so I just kept putting it off and off and off. And if you've ever used, your trusty hand pruner, your Felco, to go in there and clip each one of them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your hand is sore, you have blisters, and you're like, I don't want to go do that. Okay, so introduce the clip and trim by Granberg. I did a teeny weeny little bit of research, and I've seen some guys make some of these things, and I know I could make this in the shop and cut the metal with my plasma and do all of that stuff. So let's talk price first. This was 20 bucks. I can't even turn my lights on in the shop and the welder and get all that going for $20. So I don't need the satisfaction of making this myself when it's so well made to begin with. You saw the video. I don't really need to say that much about it. It works wonderful. Cut quality, we're cutting with a chainsaw, so you have to be ready for some tears and splits, but it's a spirea, so in 2 weeks from now, when it totally leaves out, you won't even know that's there. It's not even going to hurt it. So it is perfect for that. So no worries about the cut quality. The one thing I did is, just in case, I did go back into the shop and add a washer to this side and a lock washer, so that couldn't loosen up at all. And I think that made kind of all the difference, because as it slid down a little bit, it didn't allow any cutting in this first one, and I was having some problems pulling it through the shrub. But with it all the way down here and the cutter being able to get in there, that resolved that problem. So what kind of review do you need? Go get one. If you probably have more than 2 spireas to cut, you go get one of these things. Order online at Granberg. I will put a link down in the description, and I'll probably put a card somewhere. Maybe, I think there's a video of Eric Granberg showing this thing here. Either way, absolutely wonderful, essential tool that you need in your toolbox. One, if you're a homeowner and have a big property, but it's an absolute must if you are a landscaper doing landscape maintenance, bed maintenance, doing anything like that. I got it primarily to do the rejuvenating pruning of the spirea, the potentilla, the davilla, but I'm sure you could find other uses for it as you're going through your landscape. Anyways, thanks so much for watching till now. Been Glenn at the workshop at the gardens. I think I'm going to call this a landscaper know-how, because now that I know, you know, so it's landscaper know-how. Anyways, I do really appreciate you following along. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, let you know when I do another video about landscaper know-how or something out in the log yard or just something cool. I even have a garden at home. We do some things. Anyways, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and you have a great day. Enjoy.